the Opubco studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Thunder Thursday Hangout. I'm Jenny Carlson here in the Opubco studios. Thunder Thursday is brought to you by Wheeler Chevrolet. All December, they're selling their 90-day or older vehicles at wholesale prices. Take a 30-minute drive west on I-40 and save you some time and some money. We're joined today by Thunder beat writer Anthony Slater. Anthony, where are you?
I'm actually about 20 feet away from you right now. Just flew in from Memphis, got to the studio, and yeah, about 20 feet away.
All right. Well, maybe if it's just us, we'll have you join me in the studio at some point. But a trooper after your trip in, so thanks for joining us. Let's get right to the questions. You've seen these last couple games in person, being on the road with the team, and obviously seen some others earlier in the year. But of late, the young guys on this team are playing so well. What we're seeing out of Jeremy Lamb, what we're seeing out of Reggie Jackson. Are these guys for real, Anthony?
I mean, we can wait and see. We won't know for sure on that. But, I mean, Reggie Jackson looks like a legit six-man candidate the way he's playing. I mean, he's scoring. I think he scored double digits in something like, 10 of his last 12. I mean, he's hitting everything, floaters. He's shooting a great percentage. He's been great. And then Lamb has been probably even more of a surprise of late. On this recent two-game trip that you were talking about, he went 12 of 18 shooting combined. Had a career-high 18 last night in Memphis. He's shooting 47% from the field right now and 40% from three. Last year, Kevin Martin shot 41% overall and about 41% from three. So, I mean, he's filling in Kevin Martin's shoes and, even shooting at a more efficient clip.
Obviously the Thunder wants that shooting offense, wants that three-point offense out of Lamb. But something you wrote about earlier in the year was defense. How much of a defensive liability would he be? What's been your impression about his defense? Because it looks like his offense isn't maybe going to be too much of a concern.
His offense is a strong point. He's been hitting everything lately, really. Mm-hmm. But defense, like you mentioned, he's very long. I think his wingspan 6'11", which for a two guard's, one of the tops in the league. He's disruptive. He's really athletic. He has been since his Connecticut days. So he gets a lot of steals. He blocks some shots. I mean, he blocked a shot from Enes Kanter earlier in the year. I mean, so he can do a lot of that type of stuff. The problem right now is he's still pretty frail, and bigger guards will take him into the post. And like against the Pacers, Paul George kind of lit him up in the second half. And then recently, I can't remember the game, but he had like 3 fouls really quick and kind of took himself out of the game because a bigger guard took him down in the post and he just had to foul, basically.
Is it reasonable to think that these guys can, A, continue to play this way, and B, we know that this team is really pointing towards the playoffs. This is a team that expects to do well come the spring in the playoffs. Can these guys be expected to be contributing this much come playoff time? Is this going to continue? Is this going to be a playoff help for the Thunder?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can see they're going to continue playing at this rate just because, I mean, there'll be lulls in the season. Lamb's basically a rookie, and then this is Jackson's first real year. So I don't think they're going to keep playing at this high a rate every game. But I think they've shown they belong in the NBA. And I mean, Lamb's 23, Lamb's 21, and Jackson's 23. They're both going to keep getting better, but I'd say Jackson, you should be pretty confident he's going to continue his play and even into the playoffs because remember last year, I mean he was thrust into a huge role in the playoffs when Russell Westbrook went down. Jeremy Lamb, that's wait and see. I mean he hasn't been in nearly the type of environments like a Western Conference semifinals against the Spurs or anything like that. So it's wait and see, but he definitely has the tools. We've seen that.
Definitely. Well, we're also joined now by Darnell Mayberry, our other Thunder writer. And Darnell, where are you at today?
Home.
Very good, very good. You're not 20 feet away like Anthony is here from me. By the way, folks, before we get Darnell in on the conversation, you can ask questions to our Thunder beat writers by joining us at newsok.com/live. We've got a running chat there, and you just input your question, and I'll get to them as fast as I can. Darnell, we were talking about the young guys and the play that the Thunder's getting out of Jeremy Lamb and Reggie Jackson, and I just asked Anthony about can they keep it up and can they contribute this way in the playoffs? What do you think about the way these guys are playing and how this could carry on as the season continues?
Well, they're off to a great start, and I think they can definitely keep it up. If you just look at how they're contributing, I mean, they're not being asked to do a whole lot. Jeremy Lamb is basically